Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Coffee Run Live. It is our Wednesday Hump Day edition. Very excited to talk with you today. It's kind of funny though because I've been a bit distracted this morning. I went and got some more eyelashes, put on my eyeballs. And I also, because we needed a few more on there, I also got home from there and I was like, right, want to get into some learning and into some study. So I've been doing a whole bunch of learning, and then I got stuck in the loop of having fun with product development. Check out what I have made. Very fabulous phone case. Another very fabulous phone case, and another very fabulous phone case. So funny because I was like, right, well, I think these are really cool and really fun, and I think that people should be able to buy them. So I've been researching how to make that happen and having a bit of a play and things like that. But one of the things that I thought was really interesting, both in the thing that I'm studying at the moment, as well as in my little product creation hub of awesome, both of them are talking about, both of these platforms, both of these learnings, both of these things that I was going through were talking about the power of niche. And I've got to tell you, like, they were like, you've got to know who you're creating this for. You've got to know who you're selling this to. You've got to know why somebody should listen to you and this kind of thing. And I think it's really interesting because when our marketing doesn't work, we automatically go, or, maybe our products aren't selling or whatever, we go, I'm such a loser. It's all me. Maybe my stuff doesn't work. Maybe my stuff doesn't work anymore. Maybe my stuff was never going to work. Maybe this is just not what I should be doing or what I could be doing, or maybe they're just not interested. We kind of beat ourselves up. And I know for me, hey, Carmen, I know for me, I've done this before as well, particularly if something that I'm promoting hasn't gone as well as what I thought it might, or if maybe my free things aren't working as well, or my leads are being really expensive, or, maybe it's just that people aren't responding visually. I can, not all the time, but sometimes I can take it personally. I think, all of us can. We really love external validation. We really love interaction and thrive in interaction. But I guess the thing is that most of the time it's actually, it is about us, but it's not really about us. Excuse me. So the thing that I thought that I would share with you today is I know I talk about it a lot, but it is the importance of knowing who your person is. So there's two steps to this. And the first step is you getting super clear on who it is that you want to bring in, right? So you could choose, and this is permission to be selfish. You have got my total permission for you to be selfish, and I actually think that you really should be, and I encourage you to be, or at least to rewire what being selfish means. Because even if you want to make money and you want to be working with a bunch of people, that's awesome. If you create a tiny little cross section in the world of who you want to work with, it's going to make it easier for you to create marketing copy, for you to create free things, for you to create courses and all of that kind of stuff, right? Conversely, if you're the kind of person that's like, all right, well, I want to save the world, awesome. You can do a hell of a lot more good if you're making money, right? That's just the facts. So it's really important, no matter what your desires are, whether it's make money, save the world, make money, change lives, just change lives, create world peace. The more money you make, the easier it is for you, and the more choices you have as to where you're able to show up in the world and how you're able to do what it is that you want to be able to do. But what it does mean is that your marketing needs to be able to be, let me start that again. Your marketing needs to be able to cut through and talk to the people that you really want to work with. Now, check this out. So this right here is what I call my web of awesome. And it is so fun, but it is so full of all of the things. Now you can see in here that we've got like this little radiating circle that kind of goes out and out and out. Now you can see all of those post-its around the top here and all of this around here and all of this down here and all of this down here. Guess what that is? That, all of those things, so the blue, the pink, the yellow, and the green, they are all the thoughts that I know my audience have. They are all the fears that my audience have. They are all the self-talk that my audience has, which is not usually good self-talk, right? It's usually negative self-talk. And then if we come back in here, what we've got all of the problems, and we've got all of the self-talk, and we've got all of the stuff that's all around there. In here, what I've got, you can see it says confidence, connect, amplify, and influence. What I know is that with all of those problems, I've categorized all of those problems, that self-talk. There's some goals and things in there as well, and some solutions in amongst like all of the post-its that are in there. But one of the things that's really, really powerful is for you to know, all right, well, what's the kryptonite to those things? What's the kryptonite to that self-talk? What's the kryptonite to those worries? What is the magic thing, the pill, the not that there are magic pills, but you know what I mean? It's like, what is the ultimate thing that is actually going to fix that problem, negate that self-talk, or do whatever that thing is for for your audience, right? So we've got all of that in there. Now, the other thing that I've got in here, just so that you can know, you can see all of the, like the love hearts and the things like that. There's usually purple love hearts around here. They're just not quite there at the moment. But what all of those love hearts are the things, the actual vehicle, the tool, the thing that I use to help annihilate those problems, right? So we know, let me have a look at here. So there is questions, self-talk, doubts, fears, whatever. So we've got, oh my God, how do I even implement? Do I know enough? Branding, do I need to get another qualification? I've got self-doubt. What's my point of difference? What else have we got in there? What do I wear? I know that a lot of you think if you're going to show up online or on social media, you know, we often think, well, what do I wear? What do you wear on a Facebook Live? What do you wear to your photo shoots? My teeth are crooked. You know, that they are. But one of the things that often comes up is that all of these things, it undermines confidence, right? So in the yellow section, there's all of these different things in here that have people being like, oh my gosh, I just don't know how to do this. And everything in there relates to confidence and undermines confidence. So what I then decide to do is go, all right, well, wow. You know, if that is the stuff that is rolling around in people's heads, and I know that it is because that was a lot of the stuff that, you know, rolled around in mine. And I know I'm not, you know, a two-headed freak all over here on my own. I know that this is something that a lot of people struggle with. So if that stuff is undermining confidence, well, what are the three main things that I need to do to help people? It's like, well, to build and grow confidence, the first thing we've got to work on is mindset. Right? And then the next thing that you've got to work on or remember is how fucking awesome you are. And one of the ways that we can do that is by reminding you of your knowledge. And then the next thing that we'll work on is reminding you of your strengths. Now, I love this book and I talk about this book all the time with my clients, and I actually reference it into the Spotlight and Invisible. You can see it's like dog-eared and posted it and, you know, highlighted, and, you know, there's all the things in here. So what I really believe is that we've got to get to a point where we are all remembering our own brand of awesome. I know I say it every day to you guys, but it's really important. It's really important that you remember how fucking amazing you are, and how much you know, and how much we need you being you in the world. But it can take a whole lot, finding a whole lot of confidence in order to make that happen, right? Because what happens if we don't do that? Well, I'll show you. I've got a post-it note down here. what it says is nothing changes. If nothing changes, nothing changes. The threat to people not building up their confidence and getting themselves out there and really seeing how fucking awesome you are is that if nothing changes, nothing changes, and you end up in exactly the same place that you are right now, or worse, where you were, right? And nothing changes for the better. The next thing is that you're going to feel completely unsuccessful. You're going to feel like a big fat failure. You're going to feel like, or a skinny mini failure, whatever. That's a shitty word, actually, a shitty turn of phrase. But we often feel like failures, right? You might, it's kind of like dipping your toe in the water and going, oh, that didn't work. Okay, fuck it. I knew that I wasn't supposed to be doing this. I knew that I couldn't do this. I knew I shouldn't do this. Who the heck did I think I was anyway? And we really turn it around and we blame ourselves. When actually, we probably are just not thinking about our audience deeply enough in order to be able to market in a way that makes sense, market in a way that has people feeling really special, marketing in a way that has people feeling heard and like they are normal, right? So then the next thing that I showed you was around connecting. So again, like all of these things in here, what people need to know is that you need to be able to connect with your niche, right? You need to be able to connect with your audience. And so some of the self-talk that goes along in there is, what if they don't like me? What if they don't respond? Am I even going to be relevant? What will I say on how to capture them? We've got the fear of rejection. We've got, I feel like all I'm doing is yelling into a big black hole of nothingness in the universe and no one's responding. If you're thinking about any of that and you're not clear on how to really cultivate and create your audience, and you're not going to be able to connect, you're not going to be able to engage with them, and you're not going to be able to activate them. So it is so important that you know precisely who they are, what their problems are, what their self-talk is. And like I said, I know that there's at least on this piece of paper here, like on this big flip chart, golly, I reckon there's probably at least 200 points. And I've got some Post-its that fell off that are not on there because the stickiness stopped being sticky. There are so many things on there that I know are relevant and roll around in our heads and your heads at one point in time or another. Now, it might not be every day. You might not be sitting there going, oh my God, social media is so noisy. I'm just going to read off my Post-its for a second. Do I need to create a theme? This is a question I get asked a lot, actually, because I am like, if you go and look at my website, I'm like, rockstar, bring it on type thing. And in the past, everything used to revolve around sales and marketing spy schools. So, all the adrenaline stuff, like all the really cool kind of like secret spy theming and things like that. Some people wonder if theming is necessary, and, sometimes it is, but it's not always. One of the other things that's in there, hey, Anthea, how are you? Great to see you. Is like, how do you work out what to give away for free? How do I build positioning when I haven't got 50 years in an industry? How do I maintain enthusiasm? Do I need a website? How much do I charge? Do I have to write a book? How often should I be on social media? What platforms should I be on? What else is in there? How do I stand out in an already overcrowded market? Do I need to deal with the tech? There's a ton of different things out there, like on there, that I know are either questions you ask yourself regularly, or not maybe regularly, but you ask yourself these, and I ask myself some of these at different times as well, right? One of them is like, what do I launch? When do I launch it? How do I differentiate? What happens if I want to talk about something or teach something that is not exactly the same as what I've been doing? So my point is this: if you don't have at least that many, like on all of those Post-it notes that are in there, and then there's more as well, if you don't know at least 50 things, we're going to say 50. I'm actually going to say 54 because I've got a whole problem activity thing that there's the 54 problem solution, which is the whole other topic for today. But if you don't have at least 54 things that you can write down and almost pull out at the drop of a hat about your audience, you do not know them well enough. And chances are, when you go to market yourself, when you go to do a launch, when you go to try and sell something, when you try to go and write your marketing copy, the fact is that it's probably, maybe not probably, possibly, it's going to land flat. And then you're like, well, nobody even wanted that download, but you might have poured, weeks and weeks and weeks of time and money and effort into it, trying to produce it. Right? It's just that you don't know them well enough. So it's really important. Yes, Carmen, you do. It's really, really, really important if you want your online marketing to work, if you want your marketing to do its job, which is to connect with your audience. If you want your marketing to be easier, and I promise you it will be so much easier, you need to sit down and brainstorm as much as you humanly possibly can about the people you want to work with. Now, here's the trick, because you can sit down and you can go, oh, blah, 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 get all of that down. But if you're not specific and if you're not laser focused into exactly who it is that you want to work with, how hard is it, do you think, how hard do you think it's going to be to pull out at least 54 of those things and pour them out? It's going to be pretty freaking hard, right? I know, I've tried it. This is why I'm an advocate for doing this, because I know it works. It helps me if I'm feeling like, oh my God, I'm so shit at this, right? Which I know is bullshit. I know that's not true. But if I get caught up in my head and I allow that gremlin and that self-talk that's really annoying, then I can come back and go, well, actually, it's not about me. I probably just didn't pick something off here to talk about and to, really hone in on. So, even though it's not about me, it is about me because I didn't make it about them, which is really about you. Did you follow me? That was a little topsy-turvy, but I know that you're very clever. So that's really the thing that I really wanted to hammer home today. And I thought it was really funny and kind of timely that these were two things that I had come up just this morning while I was doing this. Meanwhile, I think you need a new phone case. I'm trying to work out how to get these onto the website so that people can actually buy them. Because, oh my God, they're fabulous. Look, anyway, they're fabulous. All right, my loves, I am going to love you and leave you. Please let me know. Scroll down, click the comment. Let me know that this has been helpful. Let me know any questions that you have. I would love to answer them for you. And of course, I'd love to help you. We have got Visible Live plus a month of accountability happening tomorrow. There is only one more sleep. And oh my God, I'm so excited. We've got a whole fun, the whole of April we're spending together, making sure that we're implementing, because there's nothing worse than learning something and then it just falling out of your head because you didn't do the work to back it up. So we've got that happening tomorrow. It's one more sleep to go. So make sure you jump in and get on it. The link is in the comments and in the show notes if you are listening on audio. All right, as always, it is my pleasure to be with you. Thank you, Anthea. I'm glad that was helpful. For the rest of you, let me know that it's helpful. And if you're catching up on the replay, let me know that you're in on the replay. It always warms my heart to know that this stuff is, that is helpful for you and that you're able to then go and do something with it. So get yourselves out there, my friends. Have fun doing it. Be helpful, all of those types of things. And remember that the world is ready for your brand of awesome. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow.